Hey folks, update time again. So, I had a few setbacks and everything. I don't have a book with me today, so this is all by memory. Just what's been happening. I just some work right here, so I'm kind of sweating a bit. I normally do my update talk before I go out, but I'm starting to use my mobile order now. I gotta do 6 of them to get that extra 90 points. So 90 points is a free coffee plus 20 extra points towards the next one, so I'm gonna take advantage of them. I only got 2 weeks left to do that. So I went and did that today, and the maximum time I had is 20 minutes. I got there about a minute early. Because otherwise I'd have to turn data on. I have to put my glasses on to see what I'm doing and everything when I get there, and it's just I just do it now before I leave and get that done. So I did that today. So I got there, they didn't have any mobile orders waiting. So because it said 1:29 was the time that it would be ready. I got there, it was like 1:28. So she knew what I wanted anyway. She made my coffee, sitting there waiting. She said, "Oh, here it is. Thank you." So I don't have to scan anything. When you do a mobile order, it's already paid for and the points are already put on, which is kind of cool. So I just go there and pick it up. It's all good to go. Give them the number. You get a 4-digit number, and mine was 9056, which is pretty cool. Just give them the number and everything's good to go. So I'll leave that till I find out. I got more information to get on this. So on Wednesday, after my last talk, I was talking about this big storm system that's coming, and we're in the midst of it right now. We're not getting anything today. There's just like little rain patches around, but it's mostly sunny, but it's pretty windy. So Wednesday evening we had a special weather statement. It was for wind. The strong winds expected Thursday, gusting up to 70 kilometers per hour. Expected early Thursday morning as a cold front moves through the region. Although the strong wind gusts may ease slightly in the early afternoon, winds are expected to shift to southwest in the late afternoon with gusts of 70 possible. Winds are expected to ease slowly through Thursday evening. So that was yesterday. And before that, Wednesday, I woke up to a couple of claps of thunder, distant thunder. That was all we got from that. It was just a passing storm, small passing storm. But that was the extent of the major storm that we got. So it wasn't much at all. And I showed in my last update we're right in the middle of it pretty much. So the center of the low is north of us now, so we're kind of getting, we're not at the downward edge yet, we're kind of, it's swirling like this, and we're on the bottom part that's going this way, so we're getting our winds from the west right now, and it's still kind of warm out. Today it's 9 degrees. Intense winds may impact travel and power. So and I got that part on our howling winds whipping across southern Ontario precedes a sharp cold front. So, things may change later today. Right now, like I say, it's nice out. I'm wearing my winter coat. It's 9 degrees. I could have got away with my jacket, but with the winds, I figured I'd be better off dressing warm. That way, I know I'm covered. I'd rather be too warm than too cold. I was fine until I started doing work out here. I do have pants on. I don't have my snow pants over top of my pajamas. I got regular pants over top of my pajamas, so I'm covered. The only part of me that was cold was my ankles, because I'm wearing shoes, not my winter boots, so my ankles are exposed. But that's it. It was kind of comfortable. So, I woke up today and the winds are howling on my window. Now, this is now Friday. I thought the winds were supposed to ease Thursday evening. Apparently not. So this morning, another special weather statement. Strong winds expected this afternoon. Strong southwest winds gusting to 70 or 80 kilometers per hour, not to 70, are forecast to develop late this morning. These strong winds will continue through the afternoon before weakening this evening. Some damage to tree branches may occur as well as local power outages. So far, everything's been good. So, I guess this is going to be a daily thing. Winds start in the morning and ease in the evening. I don't know. So, I haven't looked at the forecast, but as I remember, this weekend is supposed to be nasty. We got possibility of snow. I don't know if that still exists, but that's what the possibility was. So I'm enjoying being out. I kind of hinted in my last update that something was different. So we had COVID in the house. I was under quarantine, so I couldn't go anywhere. I was coming out here to do a bit of work here and there, but I had so many setbacks. I couldn't see. Sorry. My eyes are really blurry right now. That's where I couldn't see come from. Okay, that's better. So, I came home from work. Apparently somebody at work tested positive. And he came home from work. He wasn't feeling like, he was feeling like crap. And he had a temperature. So, he wanted me to go out the next morning to get some rapid tests for him. He tested positive. He felt great. At the time when I need to go out and do stuff. So, like I say, I come out here to do stuff. The problem I was having was the batteries that I have for my circular saw. They're garbage anyways. They're Walmart specials. And it was a multi-tool set. I got the circular saw, a drill, an impact wrench, and a reciprocating saw. Plus 2 batteries for $40. So, it was, I think it was a Boxing Day deal or something. So I bought that when I was building the shelter in the backyard because I wanted that saw. The circular saw was the reason I got it, just for that. And that's really all I've ever used out of that kit, right? But the batteries are garbage. Right from the beginning, one of them worked better than the other. One of them only held charge for like half as long as the other one did. But when they're sitting doing nothing, they don't hold charge at all. They lose it. So it goes away pretty quick. So I can only charge one at a time. But I kind of forgot. So when I was ready to use my saw, both batteries were completely dead. So I plugged one in. I couldn't do anything that day. So I just kind of got everything else I could get done. And I had the camera overhead so you could see the whole project. I didn't realize you couldn't see crap. I used the H9R, which is the widest angle, but it didn't make any difference. You just couldn't see what I was doing. So I didn't check the video that first day, so the second day, same thing. So I realized that when I got looking at it. So I made sure when I come out today to do this, that I had a different angle. You could actually see what it was I was doing. So I kind of came out to do that. That's really all I did. And then yesterday, okay, so, excuse me a second. My throat is super dry, sorry. So, here's what happened in the house. Zach was sick for 2 days. Was never bedridden. He was downstairs smoking, playing his games. He doesn't smoke in his room because he's got his gecko in there now. So he smokes downstairs. Business as usual as far as that goes. 2 days. And that was it. And two days in a row now he's tested positive. So it's done, it's gone. 4 of us in the house, all confined together. It never spread to any of us. Read into that what you will. I ain't gonna say anything because last time I talked about this, YouTube removed my video. Misinformation. So I don't know how facts can be misinformation, but I'll just leave it at that. He was sick for 2 days, was not bedridden, and neither of the rest of us got it. So last night I was free to go out because we went through the quarantine period and negative tests. However, I slept in as it was yesterday, and I kind of explained earlier that I was splitting my video search into 2. It's because of the time of day that I'm up. I only look at the important channels in the morning, and then I do the rest of them in the evening. So I watch videos in the morning, I watch videos in the evening before they're bed. I started doing that, started my search, and all of a sudden everything in the computer stopped working. So I was thinking, well, that's not good. It wasn't an internet issue, it was my computer. Something in my computer happened. I'll try that again. Something happened in my computer. Everything stopped working. I was like, oh, come on. I was already behind schedule as it was. So I restarted the computer, didn't fix the issue. Nothing was working. So I'm faced with this wonderful task, resetting my computer back to factory again, putting all my programs back in again. That is such a long process. Because I have so many files. I had just the website I run within my computer itself to deal with my daily life is over 500,000 files, and most of those are tiny little text files, less than a kilobyte. So those 25 gigabytes just of that. 25 gigabytes made up of tiny little files takes forever to transfer. If it was just 25 gigabytes itself, it would transfer in minutes, but because they're tiny little files, each file has to copy and then register. It takes forever. So I started doing that, and as I'm doing that, I'm taking my programs out one at a time, because a lot of programs I have to save my settings for, so I don't have to reset them up each time I put them back in. So it takes time to do that as well. So I'm doing that as I'm doing that, and I'm transferring files from my pictures folder, my documents folder, all my desktop stuff, the folder where all my downloads go into, that I do all my daily stuff on. I think there's something else. So I was transferring those at the same time. And, well, my external hard drive didn't like all that activity. So it froze up. And I shut off all my externals, turned them back on to reset them. That didn't help. I started the computer. That helped. So meanwhile, only 2/3 of my website files, of these, 500,000 files, had copied already. So I don't know exactly where it stopped, so I'll have to start again, because it'll go through them all, and it'll start transferring the files that haven't been transferred, and then once it gets to the files that are already there, it'll tell me they already exist, but it saves those to the end. So I got this idea, well, why not archive all these files, put them all in one little archive, and transfer that archive. So I tried that. Oh, it worked perfectly. And it's so much quicker. Archiving those files is a lot faster than transferring them to another hard drive. I wish I'd thought of that sooner. So I'm not sure where it started and where it ended, so I decided to just redo everything, all in one archive. So there was 2 parts to it. One of them was, I was separating them into 700 megabyte parts. One of them was 36 parts, and the other one was 2 parts, I think. So 36 times the 700 megabytes is like 25, 26 gigabytes. And they transferred in like 2 minutes. Took half an hour to archive them, 2 minutes to transfer. Why didn't I think of that sooner? So that saved a whole heck of a lot of time. So I got that done. And with the programs, taking them out one at a time. I do that because I have a tendency of forgetting to save settings. And I say, oh crap, now I gotta go through all that again. So what I'm doing while I'm transferring the files, I go through these programs, and I go to programs and features in the computer and uninstall programs. So I start at the top and I look at each program. If there's files that I need to save from that program, I'll do those first, and then I will delete that program. I'll just keep going that way. That way I know I'm not going to forget anything. So Apache, I cannot remove that program because all these 500,000 files I'm transferring are part of that program. So I don't want it to erase that HTTPD file, or HTTP, whatever, because I need to get those files out of there first. So I had to save that for the end. And that takes a long time too. Just removing the programs one at a time. I finally got everything done. Shut off all my external hard drives so they won't be affected in any way. Restarted the computer, started reinstalling Windows 10, and that was 7 or 8 o'clock last night. So the other issue I had, because it wasn't going out, I wasn't getting my timmies. So I now have this splitting headache from caffeine withdrawal, which I knew was going to happen. The only time I get headaches. So while I'm waiting for the computer to do its thing, I went to Timmy's and got me a coffee. I come back, it just finished just as I got back. It was like perfect timing. So I spent the rest of the night last night putting all my programs back in. Finally got to do my video search late. I missed the mornings. I had so much last night. I haven't even finished watching them yet. Yeah. As I woke up, I got to bed. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning when I got up, and I woke up 11:30 this morning. And resume watching those videos. So I got up late today again as it is. I've already done my video search for today, but I can't watch those until I finish watching these ones, the previous one. Plus I had to come out here to do my update talk. Plus I had to do more project work. Plus I haven't seen Reg for the last week, so he's going to be like, it's now 3:30 in the afternoon. I got a little bit of time to get things done before I do this afternoon's video search. Things are piling up. Plus I need to start working on these videos. So I just didn't do much of a tour today. I couldn't just go out and not do anything. I come up through the park trail, and like I say, normally I do my update, I do my update before I go out, but I've already been out, so I might as well talk about it. I didn't go down to the dam. Well, I went by the dam, but I didn't stop. I come up through the park trail, and there's tree branches all over the place. There's a whole bunch of trees that fell. You can see that they've been cut, and the trail's been cleared. I'm assuming they came down yesterday. But there's like tree branches all over the place, so it's just been crazy. So I'm home, I got my milk. It's cool enough, I don't need to worry about it, so everything's good that way. So Zach just came home, I'm going to get interrupted, so I guess I'm done for today. I will show you that tour whenever I'm ready to show it. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on Friday.